Is the stock market rigged? Yes, it absolutely, no doubt about it, is rigged in your favor, in my favor. What do I mean by that? Well, I need to first start with a little bit of, maybe you look at it as a conspiracy theory, and to be honest, maybe it is me having a conspiracy theory, but in my opinion, it makes a whole lot of sense, and quite frankly, as of the recording of this video, it's playing out before our very eyes. It played out back in 2008 during the financial bubble when the auto sector was being bailed out and banks were being bailed out. And then you fast forward to as of right now with this whole coronavirus stuff going on. And there's a lot of stuff going on. But let me just first start with kind of the backbone premise of why and how the market is rigged in your favor. So I think we can all agree here that these people right here, well, we'll make a few of them. They are what's going to be represented as the government, right? I realize that's not how you spell government, but I'm just shorthanding it. So the government. So what do these people, what do they like? Well, the government, people in the government, they enjoy, well, what? They enjoy the power. They enjoy the power that they have, the control that they have, right? I mean, like I said, maybe I'm being a conspiracy theorist, but in my personal opinion, these people, they kind of enjoy it, right? They enjoy being, now am I saying that that's the sole only reason why people get into politics is because I want power? No, I'm not saying that's their sole motivation. All I'm saying is they like it. They like being where they're at. They, and I don't say that in wow, that's shocking. No, I mean, people, power, control. I mean, it would make sense that they would want that. So the question becomes, how could that go away? How could they lose power? Well, they could lose power if riots, if chaos, if stuff just goes crazy, then you know what? That would be known as a country that is falling apart. And countries that are falling apart, well, they don't really have governments, right? And if there's no governments, then those people in the government, they don't really have any power, right? I mean, this all makes sense. So, I mean, the question becomes, okay, well, if these people who like the power don't want riots and chaos to play out, what do they need to be aware of? Or in other words, what would actually cause riots? What would cause chaos? What would cause things to fall apart? I'm thinking you kind of know where I'm headed with this. Well, what would cause all that would be, let's actually make this nice and bold. People's money going down, right? If people have been putting their money somewhere and it's quite literally their life savings, and all of a sudden it's going down and down and down some more. I mean, how would you feel about that? You're not, I mean, it's not like you're inhumane. It's not like you're some sort of freak in nature because you're like, well, that would freak me out. That would get me angry. That would get in, fill in the blank of some emotion that has a negative connotation with it. And when people are losing money, part of those people are businesses, right? And when businesses are losing money, well, guess what those businesses can't do anymore? Well, they can't hire people, let alone they cannot hire people. They can't keep the people that they've hired in the first place. So what does that mean? Well, now people don't have jobs. And when people don't have jobs, what don't they have? Well, they don't have money. So you have people losing money. Now those people don't even have jobs anymore. So they don't have money coming in. And do you see how that would create chaos, create riots? I mean, like I said, I'm not proclaiming any of this is, oh, wow, Clay, you're like you should get the Nobel Peace Prize in economics. I'm not claiming that. I'm just claiming why the markets are actually rigged in your favor, because what would actually cause this scenario where everything is just going down and down and down? Well, this would all be occurred by a stock market crash, where the markets are just going down and down and down and down. Well, now we've identified what would be the cause of all this, which again, if you reverse through all this, this is going to create these people to will no longer have a government. Therefore, they're no longer going to be in their positions of power. So therefore, the question becomes, okay, well, how do we get, what color haven't I used yet? So this leads to that question, how do we make sure that the stock market doesn't crash? Now, yes, there's always been stock market crashes. So really the question becomes, how do we get it so it stops crashing? So it at least levels out. I mean, not even necessarily do we need it to go back up, but how can we get it to at least stop crashing? Because if it stops crashing, people are going to stop losing money. Businesses are going to stop losing money. People can keep their jobs. And if people keep their jobs, well, they don't have time to be out rioting in the street and, having chaos, which means people can keep their power because there is still a government. And that's exactly why it's rigged in your favor, because the government is going to do everything in its favor to make it stop going down and eventually get it to going back up. And we see that going on right now. I was actually going to throw up some headlines, which some of the maneuvers that are being used, but honestly, at this point, there are so many new things. Almost every day, the government announces this, the government announces that, the Fed will be doing this. I think last I checked, now the stimulus plan was up to like $4 trillion, $5 trillion. And who knows, by the time this airs, maybe it'll be even higher than that. I don't know where things will be. But my point is we're literally seeing this all going in. All this is being done to try to manipulate the stock market to get it from stop going up. So yeah, the markets are rigged, but a lot of times we're like, oh, well, the markets are just rigged, against, no, the markets really are rigged for you. Now, yeah, you got to hold on tight. It is crazy. You got to be willing to sit through some pain. You got to be willing to just hold tight while things are going crazy and while the world around you seems to be falling apart. But rest assured, if there's any rigging, if there's any manipulation going on right now, it is in my favor. It is in your favor. It is everybody trying to get the stock market to stop going down for all this reasoning right here. So yeah, are the markets rigged? They're absolutely rigged. In your favor, in my favor. So that's what just keeps me holding strong is the government, and it's playing out, in the headlines every single day. Like I said, new stimulus, this, now the Fed's repurchasing there, and this, that, and the other. Now I'm not getting into the philosophy of it. I'm not trying to turn this political, nothing like that. I mean, there could be multiple videos on all those things, long-term impacts, and I'm not trying to debate any of that. All I'm saying is that anytime anybody throws out that excuse of, well, the markets are manipulated. Well, yeah, that's true, but it's always got the negative connotation, where in all actuality, the government, they wants everybody making money. They want those stocks going up because that way that's going to keep them in power, right? So hold tight, keep calm, and take advantage of this because right now it's a great opportunity. Or if you're watching this video like 4 years from now, when I say coronavirus, and you're like, wait, what? What is a coronavirus? Then this video may not have as much impact, but it's only a matter of time before the next big crisis comes out and the market's going to crash and the governments are going to have to step in to try to get it to stop crashing. So point being, yes, the markets are manipulated in your favor. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.